to episode 26 and the start of season 2 of the Jez and Friends podcast. Today's special guest of the podcast is Jayden. How's it going, mate?
Good. How you going, Jez?
Yeah, I'm all right. Holiday season, so just chilling.
Hey, that's the way to go.
Yeah, mate. We're going to be covering many topics, including sports, because we love sports on the podcast. Obviously, how we met, which is Neuro and we'll reflect on 2020 because it's been a hell of a year, 2020, and now we're into 2021. So, yeah, might get started, mate.
Yeah, let's do this.
So this is a hypothetical question. It changes every week. So, mate, do you have any New Year's resolutions? Obviously, it's 2021.
Jesus, New Year's resolutions. I don't know. Like this, obviously, last year wasn't the best year for everyone going around. You know, with all the pandemic and stuff. I think this year's gonna be more of just focus on myself mentally instead of because last year I sort of lost myself at various stages. So this year's all gonna be like sort of focusing on myself mentally as a person and just trying to get better and stuff like that. Just so I don't have to come into contact with previous experiences like last year mentally and stuff. So trying to get myself positive this year.
Yeah, it's good, mate. 100%. Because I struggled with the lockdown as well. Because bloody hell, like there's so many restrictions you have to follow. All that.
Yeah,
and it's good we kind of passed it now. Although, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely going to be something to be a different year this year compared to last year, which is I'm hoping it's for the better. So yeah,
hopefully COVID can get the fuck out of the way.
That's right. Basically, yeah.
All right. So, mate, what type of music or artist do you listen to? I'm not sure what you listen to, but tell us a bit.
I'm like a all over like the place type guy. Like I love my 80s and 90s rock, but at the same time I do like my rap.
Yeah.
Like don't come for me, but like I'm a Juice WRLD fan, so don't be like.
Yeah, so am I, mate.
So like don't be coming for me. But yeah, I enjoy all music. I'm sort of like I'll listen to anything and everything. But definitely 80s, 90s rock is probably like my main thing I've grown up with. But I do like, like Juice WRLD and, Little Baby and all that type of stuff. So
yeah. And what type of music, like, can you name specific songs from like the 90s rock? Like Oasis and shit, or
Oasis are all right, but like if you want to listen to like good bands, you're looking at more like Cold Chisel, Australian Crawl, the Dire Straits, like the good bands. But like Oasis are okay, or if like you're more like a heavy metal type person, you're like more Metallica or something. I don't know, but everyone's different. But for me, I'm more like the Australian bands, and they sort of hit home for me. So
no, that's good, man. It's like a fair few like genres and different decades and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So moving on, mate, tell us about Neuro because that's how we know each other. Obviously, 2 months together. Talk us through that.
Neuro, wow. Can you believe it's been over a year since we've been there? Jeez, it's been kind of crazy.
Yeah, far out.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely. I went into that sort of like, I don't know how I'm going to go with this. Being 9 weeks away from your family and stuff. With no contact.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was sort of like, it might help me, it might not. I don't know. But coming out of it, you learn so much about yourself and who you are as a person and what like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the amount of stuff that you're capable of, and like at the end of the day, you walk out there. You might have only walked in there maybe 3 or 4 friends that you might have known. At the end of the day, you walk out with like 30, 40 friends that now you've got, and it was sort of like we all became like a family towards the end, and we're all like still staying in contact till God knows it's been. Well, we've all been talking for like the past year and stuff. So
yeah, pretty much.
Which has been good. So. I'll always remember going back to the camp. I've got photos and stuff that I sort of keep like on top of my bed and stuff. But
same.
Yeah, but it's definitely something I won't ever forget doing because you make lifelong friends and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, and speaking about Neuro, do you have any like real good memories or just something in particular you remember?
Oh, yeah, yeah. There was this one time, I don't know if you were down the hallway, Jez, at this point in time, down the
Yeah.
boys' wing. We picked Brad up and threw him in the dryer. Sorry to Brad if he's listening to this right now, but we picked Brad up and we threw him in the dryer. Yeah, but we didn't start it because we're obviously not going to be stupid about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he managed to fit in the dryer. And to anyone that doesn't know, Brad is quite small, so he can fit in the dryer pretty well. But that was probably my the funniest memory I had. But like everything was a good memory of when we did something there. Like even if it was just from us like
Yeah.
sitting around playing pong or just sitting us around having a chat, like it was good times. Like there wasn't really much in the way of beef or anything. Everyone sort of got along, which was
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking about like school, and well, Nurad was kind of school, but 2 months away from school, pretty much. It's like a
Yeah.
leave school. What do you want to do when school's finished? Like, obviously, we've got a few more years to go, and
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I've sort of been like cracking down on what I want to do. I want to end up heading off into the army to do carpentry.
Oh,
Because I love the travel and just the experiences that you'll get out of that is like you go to war torn countries and stuff and you help rebuild homes and stuff for people and you do a bunch of different stuff and then later on down the track I plan on going into the police force after that, so that's sort of where I want to go with life, in that sort of direction.
yeah, it's really good, mate. And I sense you're a type of person that like loves to help people and yeah, do a lot of that type of stuff.
Yeah, I just like to, I don't know what it is, I just like the end result is just like everyone's happy and stuff and it's
Yeah.
like that it's just because if someone's like mad and someone else is like sad, it's like it just sort of brings your whole mood down. So if you're more up about it and you make other people happy, then it just sort of makes the world a sort of a better place.
Yeah, it's great because obviously people took a toll from lockdown and stuff, and yeah. And speaking
Oh yeah,
about
for
that,
sure. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
yeah, and we'll talk about 2020 and obviously a tough year, but even though it was a tough year, did you have any highlights from 2020?
2020, man, oh, Jesus. Yeah, 2020 wasn't sort of the year. I know it wasn't the year for all of us, but for me especially, there was just a lot going on. Um, highlights wise, there probably is something, but nothing's really like coming to my
Oh
coming to my
shit!
mind at the
Maybe
moment.
your 16th, mate, because I remember going to your 16th.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
mate.
yes,
That was
yes.
2020.
That was a banger, mate. That was a banger. That was an absolute banger. That one. Got to catch up with some old friends from Neuro and stuff. Unfortunately, some of them couldn't make it, which was sad, but it was all right. Because I ended up speaking to them later on, anyways.
Yeah.
That was good. Getting to like, catch up with you, Mia, Taylor, and a few others here and there,
Yeah.
which was good. But yeah, it was that probably would have been probably one of my highlights, because I hadn't seen you guys and God knows how long, got to catch up with you guys and all that, which is good. So we probably need to end up doing something soon, anyways, Jerry.
Yeah, for sure, mate. Yeah, we will.
Great.
Yeah. Oh. Obviously, coronavirus is a huge topic.
Yeah.
It's pretty much back now. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Dude, don't even. I'm only thinking about this, man. Nah, dude. To be honest, when I heard that like it might have been coming from New South Wales, and
Yeah.
I was sort of like, oh my god, please tell me this is not true. And then when I kept on seeing it was going up by like 3 or 4 cases every day, I was like, oh no, because I know this is just going to end up being a repeat of, oh, we go back into the lockdown. You got to quarantine. You got to go back into the online learning. It's all this stuff over and over and over again. And dude, I was just thinking about how I struggled the 6 or 7 months we were in lockdown and quarantine, not being able to go to school and see friends and stuff. How I struggled then. It then sort of gave me a bit of a scare. I was like, I don't want this to happen again for another repeat, because the way we're going, like, I just don't want to end up back in that stage where I'm like, great, what do I do now?
Yeah,
But
completely agree, mate.
yeah, so it's just a really shit situation at the moment. But at the same time, that they should have closed the borders as soon as the New South Wales popped a case, because that's what sort of it sort of brought from New South Wales our way, which has sort of ruined our 2-3 month streak of having no COVID cases.
Yeah.
Now to us having like 40, 50 something cases now.
Mm.
But yeah.
Yeah. Moving on, mate. We'll speak about some more positive stuff now.
Oh yes, that's the terrific idea. I love this. Take more positive stuff.
Yeah. All right. So the quote of a podcast is push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. What is the quote of something you live by? I know on your bio, mate, the Kobe quote. You wanna?
Man, I love. Hang on, I'll read it. I'll read it for you guys. I love Kobe. Kobe's like he's been my idol ever since like I've been young. And so the quote was, "Our biggest mistake in life is thinking we have time." I love that quote only because you know, it's like when you're with like a group of people and like you decide to hang out one day, and then let's say someone goes, "Oh, let's do it in a week's time," but you might not be around in a week's time. You might not be able to do that in a week's time. Like, why would you wait a full week's time to do something in one day? Like, and then they could be like, all right, now I said that do it next week. Oh, hang on, we'll do it the week after that week. No, because then you just wasted 14 days of not doing something. You think you got time, but who knows? Me and you could plan something. I'll be like, oh, dude, we'll do it in 3 days' time. I might not be around in 3 days' time. We don't know that. We sort of got to live every day as it comes. Like 3 days' time, I don't know. I could be dead for some reason. No clue. I'm just saying, just hypothetically. Yeah. But it's sort of like, why would you keep on pushing something back and back and back and back when you're just wasting all this time, all the days, all the weeks, because you just keep refusing to like do it because you're pushing it back. It's just you're just wasting more of your own time, everyone else's time by not doing it. But yeah, that's sort of why I live by that quote.
It's a really good quote. I love it because you got to live in the present, like you were saying. Because far too many people I see are like living in the past or living too far ahead in the future when you should be living in the present, like you said.
Yeah, that's 100% true, man. 100% true. 100%.
Yeah, it's great. So obviously, the holidays you've got a lot of time and stuff. So what's the last movie or TV show you watched?
Last movie or TV show? Oh, here we go. To be honest, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a very big on like watching TV shows. Like I watch some depending on like what they interest me. Like I watched the whole of The Last Dance. Watched the Prince of Bel-Air. And then movies wise, I'm more of like whatever. Like it's like really got to interest me. Like it's really gonna be like something like sort of catered towards me, or like I won't watch it. I know I'm just not a very big movie or like TV guy. But if I was to say like my all-time favorite movie,
what is it?
Coach Carter's probably up there, or The Mighty Ducks. Or even you know what? Remember the Titans is pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Remember the Titans. Remember that they're three pretty good movies. But I wouldn't say I'm a massive TV show guy. But I watch some TV shows here and there. But like I wouldn't go crazy to watch one particular series or TV show of some sort.
Yeah, the movies you selected were top class, mate. I reckon all time like best sports movies. Right?
Yes, for sure, man, for sure.
It's great. So let's move on now. Do you have any funny stories either from school or camp that you remember fondly? I know we talked about Brad being in the dryer.
Brad like, put in the dryer. Yeah.
Surely you have other ones as well.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Funny stories, Jerry. There's been a lot, like especially even like from camp, like just some of the dumb things we did. I wouldn't say it was a funny story, but it was also like something we all enjoyed. When we were at camp and we were all marching down the hallways, banging on the wall, saying everywhere we go. Bro, that shit used to drive me insane, but I loved it at the same time. I was like, because we always like shit stirred the teachers with us banging on the walls. And mind you, this is like nearly 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, banging on the walls down the hallway, singing. But yeah, even like from there and just like even when we're outside just making jokes and stuff, that was probably that was a good time as well. Um, yeah, but I got another funny memory. Last week, I was riding back from the shops with one of my brothers, and he was riding on his bike and had frozen Coke.
Yeah.
And he came around a corner, right, and there's like it's almost like a wooden, it's like a wooden barricade almost, like that cuts off around this corner. And he hit it and went face first into the bush, right? But he saved the frozen Coke, which I found was like the funniest
Really?
part about that. Yeah, over the bike handles and saved the Coke. And I'd like applauded him for that. I was like, damn, that was entertaining to watch. But yeah. Yeah, but there was
Yes.
definitely like a lot of good memories and funny stories. But yeah, they're probably up there. You know, yeah.
Yeah. And your roommate Benny Walter, mate. So I texted him asking for like some stories from him. I haven't opened it yet, but right now you could say something about him before I open the text message. So
Oh,
surely,
oh,
what
Ben,
did he
Ben.
do? Was there anything weird? Like, yeah,
Oh no, Ben, don't do me like this. No. I actually spoke to Ben last night. Actually, we were just catching up last night, but
yeah.
I don't know what he's told you.
I
So
haven't even seen it yet, but right now
just
I'm gonna.
just make sure it's PG rated when you read it, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it right now, mate.
Oh,
Just check. Oh, bloody
oh,
dope. All he
good.
said was a broken nose incident, which I
Oh,
was only joking about.
yeah, I remember that. I was right next to that incident when it happened, bro. I was laughing so hard about it.
Oh, they were trying to go like what drops for fun or whatever they were doing, and
Yeah,
yeah,
like they were there just air fighting, and then the guy took one step in and got clocked in the nose, and when he fell down, we all thought he was like messing around with us. We all like laid down, like 1, 2. He got up, his nose was one out of place, and there was just blood going everywhere. And I was
yeah,
like, I was there laying there, I was like trying not to laugh, and I was like, holy shit, this did not just happen. I was like, I thought he was just messing with us, and then he got up, and everyone sort of went to like that, like sort of like shock moment. Everyone was like, wait, what the hell just happened? Like, he just got up.
yeah,
And I was like, holy shit. But yeah, I was like, damn, crazy.
yes, yeah. Everyone remembers that pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So talk us through your mentality. I reckon you have a really great mindset. And it just shows by like talking to you and the Kobe quote as well, how you reiterated how important that was. So yeah,
Dude, like, I'm more like, my mentality is more like, if you got time to do it, just do it. Like, seriously, like, I've tried making plans with like some friends over the holidays and they're like, oh, we'll do it in a week's time. But like what? And then they'll be like, oh, I'm playing Xbox at the moment. And I'm like, dude, like
yeah,
what's I'm like, if that's sort of like where you're based, fine. But like, if you got time to hang out with friends and family, just do it. Like, take that time and do it. Like, there's 24 hours in a day. If it takes 20 minutes to call someone, do it. Like don't be just sitting around and saying, oh, yeah, I'll do it another day, another day, another day, and then never actually end up doing it. Because then you
yeah,
wasted
true.
freaking God knows how many days you're saying you were going to do that thing, but never end up doing it. So I sort of live by, if you can do it, just do it, type thing. That's sort of my mentality. If you got time to do it, do it. Make
Yeah,
time.
sure, yeah.
Move around things if you have to make it happen. But yeah.
Folks, what he said is 100% right, and yeah, just gotta do stuff, not just sit
Yeah,
around.
exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah, good. Obviously you're working now. Is it right? You're working at Boost.
Yeah, it is. It is. It
Yeah,
is.
talk us through that, mate. You kind of, I don't know.
Oh man, me working at Boost, man, it gives you a whole another like, no, just like some of the stuff you come across on a day-to-day basis. It's like, working there is like, you also got to deal with, your customer service and stuff. But then again, you also trying to work with the team. Like, don't get me wrong, me and the group of people I work with, we all get along really well, like insanely well. Like, sometimes I look at them like this is not real. The fact that like we all get along like we're best friends, like we've known each other for like 20 years or something. Like, I get along with all of them, but it's more like the customer service every day is different. Like you gotta like sort of just the way you talk to everyone, like the people that you get to interact with, is sort of like helped build me with I think it's more my speaking and being able to talk to people, because I talk to a bunch of like different people every day, like personality wise. But I do like working there. This week I'm working 5 shifts, which is driving me a little insane. Today I only had today and yesterday off, but it's good there. I get along with everyone. It's more like we go there and they're like another family, my work family. I get along with everyone there.
That's really great to hear.
We all have a good time when we're working and stuff. So there's no really big issues working there. But yeah, it's a good place to work. So yeah.
Yeah, and have you had any really interesting customer experiences?
Oh, dude, I've had so many. I'm so glad you asked this question. I had one guy come up to me one time and goes, I think I was there. I was on the register, right? I was putting through someone else's order, and this guy comes up to me and goes, "Oh, do you sell masks here?" I said, "Masks." I said, "Oh, sorry, sir. We are a smoothie store. We don't really sell masks." And he goes, "But I thought you're supposed to sell masks." I'm like, what? I'm like, please tell me this guy's not being serious right now.
This guy, honestly,
mind you, at this point in time, when I'm trying to deal with this customer, I've got 4 other employees that are there laughing at me because they heard the question, and then they're laughing at me because I have to deal with it. And I was like, guys, friggin' stop. I'm like, just been some really random questions as well. Like, like I had one customer come up to me one day and goes, "Oh, do you guys sell drinks here?" And then I was like, "Yeah, we do." And he goes, I said, "Oh, on the TVs, we've got like 3-4 TVs at our store that show all drinks." I said, "Yeah, all the drinks are on these TVs." But yeah, and I've also had like customers that have tried to like try to roll us for more money than what they've happened, and there's been like every day there's something different. But yeah, it's just the way you cope with it, I guess. At the end of the day, is sort of how it all works out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about high school again. I remember my first day at school. I was absolutely shitting myself.
Oh, little Jez.
What about you, mate? Do you remember your first day at high school? Or like bits of it?
Here's the thing, right? I'll give you a little backstory. So when I was in year 6, coming into year 6, I didn't have a school to go to because my school that I went to, Hoppers, I wasn't zoned for them. I wasn't zoned to get into that school. So it took my parents were fighting to get me in. They eventually got me in. But at this point in time, all my friends that were at my primary school, Dermot Heath, that were going to Hoppers, they didn't know I got into the school at this point in time. So it was very like confronting and awkward for me. But all my friends, when they saw me, they were like, "Wait, why the hell are you here? I didn't think you ever had a high school to go to." But I remember it was a very weird day. It was very like you see all the bigger kids and you're like, "Holy shit, dude, you're massive." But yeah, it was all right because like I had a shit ton of my friends from primary school that were going there, sort of hung out with them for the day. But yeah, I think I settled in really really quickly to high school. Didn't really have any big issues. But yeah.
And we'll move on from that as well now. So, true or false, you're an Essendon supporter and a Renegade supporter. So, get on the red, I guess.
Wait, yeah, I am. I know it's kind of sad that I'm a Renegade supporter as well, huh?
Not the best combo, but
it's really not the best combo. The Renegades haven't been doing obviously the best this season. And yeah, Essendon hasn't had the best of runs the past couple seasons. So I know it's definitely not the best combo. But Jez, you're a North Melbourne supporter, aren't you?
Yeah, I can't be talking.
Yeah. Just make sure you always remember where North Melbourne finished last season. So, but yeah, definitely not the best combo between being supporter of Essendon and Renegades. You would think by now I'd actually choose a decent team, but I've got to stay loyal. So
I do hope the Renegades play better because we won the thing a few years ago, and now we're just playing like shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like our first game I was watching, we were absolutely like we were kicking ass, and then just the last couple of games out, everything's just gone to the shit. Our fielding as well, as long as our batting, like we're just batting stupid, we're fielding stupid,
Bowling stupid.
bowling stupid too. Yeah,
Yeah, everything.
yeah, it's just not it just hasn't been going our way. I guess just for the past couple of games that I've been watching, it's just sort of really bad to watch.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we should move on from Renegades. I can't be fucked talking about them.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
man.
Jayden, what are your fears? Mine are like spiders, snakes, swimming. What are yours?
Fears, man. Damn. I don't know. Oh, definitely heights. I don't know. Something about heights gets to me.
Fair enough. Yeah.
It depends on like what heights. Like some heights could be taller than others, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm fine with that. But then some heights could be like shorter than others, and I'll be like, I hate this. Like it's just some heights freak me out, some don't. It's very weird, but yeah, definitely heights gets to me a lot because just the imagine of you like falling off or like falling one way sort of gets me like, oh shit, what are you gonna do? It's just nothing. Like once you fall, you're done. You're goners. Like there's just nothing. Yeah, but heights is definitely uh, yeah.
Yeah, and what's the highest place you've ever been to? Or yeah.
Highest place. Wait, so is it excluding a plane?
Oh, probably, yeah.
All right, fine. Excluding a plane. I would like to say the Eureka Sky Deck.
Probably is though. Oh, have you been higher?
I'm trying to think. No, it probably would have been the Eureka Sky Deck. Might have been. Like I like mind you, like I've done a lot of like plane rides and stuff. I'm fine with planes and stuff. I'm fine being on a plane. I was in a helicopter ride once and they opened the door and I looked over the side and I was like, "How naffle?" I was like, "No way."
Oh,
Yeah, but I don't know, probably the Skydeck is probably the highest. The glass box. If you're scared of heights, please do not go in the glass box. That's how you freak everyone else out.
go in the glass box?
Dude, yeah, went off the side of the building. When it went clear, I freaked. I was like, "No way, get me inside, please!"
It's
Like,
fucked. I've seen
how
it.
nuts? Straight down, and I was like, "No way, not a chance, man. Get me out of here." You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're scared of heights, don't go to Eureka Skydeck because
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're scared of heights, just don't go anything higher.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Stay
mate.
low to the ground.
Oh. Anyway, mate, do you have a useful tool that you use that could benefit the listeners? Like for me, listening to music before school.
Oh, like but going to school or like before doing something you don't
Or just anything that you do that could benefit the listeners, mate.
to be like I know a lot of people would probably do it already, but like even when I do it, I might not have the best day at work or whatever and come home, but like even if you just go out the back, I know it's gonna sound really odd, and you just like scream or like yell or like yell into a cushion if you feel like. But like even like listening to some music and stuff and going to sit outside for like I don't know half an hour to an hour just listening to music, it'll cool you right down if you get a bit worked up. But definitely just make sure you just stay in contact with friends. Even going into this year with the way that COVID's going to be going, just make sure you just stay in contact with friends and family and stuff like that, and don't lose that contact this year.
Yeah, like what we did because we haven't chatted in a while, and it was good. I don't know. I just was like, oh, I might as well get Jayden on the podcast, and now
yeah. Look, when I saw you message me, I was like, "Oh, Jerry!" Yeah, but
yeah, it's good, man.
For sure.
Yeah. So what's next for you, mate? In 2021, any like major goals?
I don't know, man. Like I sort of haven't thought about that far. It's just because this year's gonna be a very different year for me. Going to a new school and moving houses as well. So this year's just gonna sort of be a bit of a different year for me, and I'm just sort of gonna have to like take every day as it comes. But goals, man, it's just gonna be just to try to stay positive to the best I can. Make sure just stay in contact with friends, from either from URAD and from our old school. Just don't lose those contacts. That's probably gonna be something I'm gonna just make sure I keep an eye on and stuff. But like I said, it's gonna be a very different year, not only for me but for everyone else as well. So I'm just sort of gonna take every day as it comes, I guess, at this point in time.
Yeah, that's great, mate. And tell us what motivates you the most and why.
What motivates me the most and why?
Yeah.
Probably family and friends, because like half the
Yeah.
time they're like, get up, do this, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go do this. I gotta go do this, so then I can go do that. Or like I might do something and be like, all right, I'm gonna do this so I can go do that. But it's just I love the idea of working. I don't know what it is. It just like keeps me motivated every day to get up, go to work, come back, go to work. It just sort of keeps me motivated. But I know if I'm going out motivating myself to do something, I get a reward from it. Like I'm going out to work, motivating myself to go work. I earn money. I go, and then I can use that as another reward to go hang out with friends, go do this, go do that. But that's sort of the motivation. Just if like you got something, in like in your view of what you want to do, just go do it, because then it'll end up motivating you to do something else, and then from that you can do something else, and then because everything leads to something else. So
Yeah, that's great, mate. So Jayden, mate, I've asked you a fair few questions. You can ask me one question, mate, far away. Nothing about the podcast, right? Because people a week ask about the podcast.
All right, on the low key, just I don't know how many people from Neuro are going to be listening to this, but who's your favorite? Who's your favorite person? Ollie. Yes, I'm right here.
Yeah, you know what, Jayden? Yeah, you're probably one of my favorite people.
Let's go.
Because, I got an invite to your birthday, and I was grateful for that as well. And we're really close mates throughout Neuro, and it's amazing,
sure. But it's gonna keep it that way.
For sure. We need to hang out like sometime.
For sure.
Yeah, in person, mate.
We'll definitely plan something, even between us and then a few others, and get a few people down from Neurad, and I'll get Taylor and all that to come down, and Bradley and that, and we'll all meet up and do something.
Yeah, mate.
It's good.
Well, the start of a big season, everyone. Thanks for tuning into the Jez and Friends podcast. Remember, push yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. And Jayden, mate, it's been a pleasure catching up again. And
thanks so much, Jez, for having me.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me, man.